Hey, welcome back to Dizzle in Motion. Today I wanted to talk about the Brightline West high-speed rail, which is a project that got greenlit in 2023. They just broke ground on it here in 2024 out in Vegas. It's basically supposed to be like a bullet train from Las Vegas to LA. Now, there's a lot of positives about it and what it represents, but I also have a lot of hesitations and a lot of questions about like why the hell are we doing this? But I kind of think I know. I'll be interested to hear your feedback in the comments after you hear me lay it all out. But yeah, I'm going to explain the whole situation to you, the pros and cons, and then I want your feedback, what you guys think. All right, so the long and short of it is there's a lot of traffic and commuting between Los Angeles area to Vegas. It happens all the time, whether it's strippers coming here for the weekend to make their money, weekend outings, people work. I used to work in Southern California, live here, and then vice versa. I flipped it up for a while. So there's a lot of travel between the two. Now on the highway on the 15, it's only a 2-lane road. So with heavy traffic, it can get backed up. There's weather incidents, a wreck or a truck stalling causes all kinds of chaos. And for years, there's been the clamor of like, there's got to be a better way. Now, to their credit, a lot of the airlines have stepped up and they have great fares. It's only $100, $200, $300 tops to fly round trip between LA or Orange County out to Vegas. So that's great. But they still kind of wanted to do more. And then under the federal government wanting to bring more high-speed rail and this and that because, Amtrak is so wonderfully successful. No, but just trying to bring us into like the bullet train modern era. This would be an all-electric train. Federal government's been looking for a shining example where they could put that into play. So back in 2023, NDOT, Nevada Department of Transportation, federal government, and some private investors all got together and said, how do we make this a reality? So they went ahead and decided we're going to do this thing. It's going to go from LA to Vegas, which I'll elaborate on in a second. And they threw $3 billion down and, they took their pictures with their shovels and stuff this year here in 2024. Eventually, the rail project's supposed to cost a total of $12 billion. When has anything been on time or on budget lately? I don't know. So the train stations are obviously Las Vegas. There's one supposed to be in Apple Valley, one in Hesperia, and then one in Rancho Cucamonga, and that's what they're calling Los Angeles. Well, if you know anything about the Southwest here, especially SoCal, Rancho Cucamonga is not Los Angeles. So I'll start with the positives, I guess. It's an electric train, so there should be like almost no emissions. It goes over 200 miles an hour. They're saying it's going to average like 160 to 180, so it can go real fast. That's cool. And the trip's only 2 hours and 10 minutes. But again, that 2 hours and 10 minutes is between Rancho Cucamonga and Las Vegas. So that's all great. It'll be a great way to highlight what's possible. And on heavy traffic days like holidays or weather, it can take 6, 8, 10 hours sometimes when it's really crappy out here to make that trip. So in that case, in those circumstances, those are all positives that I see. However, I don't think that the origin and destination and stops are necessarily what we want right now. All right, so let me break down some of the negatives here, or some of the what the hell is going on things. So I mentioned flights, you can get them for $100 to $200. A flight is only a 45-minute deal. Now, of course, when you take a flight, you got to go through security, another 20 minutes. You got to get a car on both sides. That's a pain in the ass. I understand all that. However, allow me to show you visually on a map what's actually happening here. So here is approximate station in Rancho Cucamonga to Los Angeles. So once you get to Rancho Cucamonga, if you want to go to LA, you're paying an Uber the rest of the way or renting a car. So yeah, you made it there in 2 hours, but now what are you going to do? The tickets round trip are $400. So you got to come out of pocket another 50 to $100 with an Uber and another hour of driving to get where you're finishing. Orange County, same thing. It can be even worse. Going to the beach down in the OC. So to me, that's an incomplete solution to this. And by the time you're done, you're at like $500, maybe more if it's a holiday. And you're saving literally 2 hours for $500. That doesn't add up to me. Here's the other problem. Even when you get to Las Vegas, this is less of a problem, but here's approximate location. They're talking about Blue Diamond and Las Vegas Boulevard. I marked Silverton, but that's just because it's adjacent. It's really on the other side. But time-wise, this is what it would take to get to the Wynn Hotel. And there's places further than that, as you probably know, in Vegas. So again, same thing. You're getting to Vegas. You still got to take an Uber. It's going to cost $30 to $50 probably anywhere you're going in another half an hour. So you're kind of running into the same issue on both sides here. Now, what are some of the good parts about the train? It's got a full bar and lounge, I guess, going in. So, I mean, normally I'd say that would set it up to be the next Waffle House or Spirit Airlines travel. But, I mean, at the price point here, the poors are going to stay home. Like, this is going to be an affluent, niche, kind of, I'm guessing, financially failure situation, at least for a while until they figure something else out. But it should be a fun experience on the train by all amounts. I'll show you guys some videos here or some renderings. And you can go ahead and check those out. And then it's not supposed to be operational until 2028. So, I mean, there's still plenty of time for revisions to be made or something to happen, but it's not likely to change the station locations. And to me, that's the bigger overall problem right now, because it doesn't solve the problem. The problem is, how do we get between these two spaces economically and efficiently? Well, efficiently, I think it's there. The problem is, if it doesn't go all the way to LA or all the way to OC or even branch into San Diego at some point, I don't see the value of that. Are you going to spend $400 round trip to get 75% the way to Vegas if you're in Southern California? I don't know. I'd probably do it once just to make a video for you guys. But other than that, I'd never mess with that. I'm either going to fly or drive. Anyways, that's the facts the way I see them. I don't see the point of this. I know why they're doing it, because they want to highlight it and be like, look, this rail works. Let's put them all over the nation. Well, yeah, it would be great if they were all over the nation, if they can accomplish two things while doing so. Make it affordable and actually get them to the main cities that we want to go. What do you guys think? You want to pay $400, $500 to do this? Is this short-sighted, or am I just not seeing the big picture here? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for checking it out. I'll see you guys on the next one.